You're listening to the Stay Sore podcast, where we talk about physical, financial, and emotional strength. Why stay sore? Because nothing good comes easy. Here's your host, Bo Skitsko.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Stay Sore podcast. I'm your host, Bo Skitsko, and in today's episode, we are talking about 10 simple diet tips. Today is a solo podcast once again, so it's just me talking to you. And when I go through this list, and it's not an exhaustive list, it's not in a particular order, just 10 tips that can help you with your diet, health, fitness, and otherwise. Just remember, I'm not a registered dietitian or nutritionist. I'm just a dude on the internet, so this is just opinions, all right? That being said, let's get started. 10 simple diet tips you can implement right now. Number one, the rule is water first, water first. Okay, so what means water first? When you go into the shower in the morning to wash yourself up and be clean for the day, why don't you just take coffee and pour it all over you? Why is that? Because you want to be clean. You want to flush out all the toxins and the sweat and everything that was going on. So you want to be clean. But the same happens for your internal organs, right? After a whole night of sleeping and processing things inside, you need water to clean out your systems. So when you wake up, go to the restroom, do your thing, whatever you're going to do there. But when you get out, drink 1 or 2 glasses of just room temperature water to get your engines running. Water is going to clean out your system, flush all the toxins and toxic waste products, everything. It's going to flush it out. You're going to feel refreshed. You're going to have, your body is what? Your body is about 80% water. So guess what you need? You need water. Everything else is not necessarily cleaning your system. So it's not juice in the morning. It's not coffee in the morning. It's not a shake. It's just clean water. That's what your body needs and desires. Okay. Number 2, don't drink your calories. This is a big one. So many people don't understand and don't think about it, but they drink their calories. What happens is when they drink, they eat. All your pop or soda, whatever you want to call it, has tons and tons of sugar. Your iced tea that you buy in the store has sugar. When you go to your coffee shop and get your coffee in the morning, your drink or whatever it is you get, it usually has so many calories in there, usually in the form of sugar, but also fat and like all that stuff. So don't drink your calories. If you combine and calculate all these things that you consume in calories in a liquid form that doesn't even have to be digested, so it raises your insulin right away, it's just ridiculous how many calories we drink. And then we think, oh, I didn't eat much and I gained all this weight. Yes, because quite often you're going to be surprised how many calories you drink. So you eat while drinking. Don't do that. When you eat real food, you have to chew it. So you're using energy to chew. You have to digest it. Then you have to get it out the other end out. So all that stuff takes energy to process, and it takes time, which means your insulin is not going to jump as high. You're going to burn calories while consuming real food. But if you drink your calories, there's no real mechanical work. It just goes into your bloodstream and raises your insulin, and then I promise you gain weight. So don't drink your calories. Water is drinking. Everything else is eating. Okay? So just remember, don't drink your calories. Water is drinking. Everything else is eating and not drinking. Okay, number 3, sleep and cravings. So number 1, if you wake up tired, that means your metabolism is going to be lower for the rest of the day. So try to sleep your average, whatever it is, 7-8 hours, because then your body is recovered completely and can freely, without worry, give away energy throughout the day. When you wake up tired, your body's going to hold on to energy because it's tired. And when it comes to cravings, you're going to have much more cravings throughout the day, especially for sweets. Sometimes salty, but especially for sweets, you're going to have bigger cravings if you're tired because your body wants simple energy to keep going, to have that energy because it's tired. So try to get an adequate amount of sleep throughout the night and your cravings usually will not be as bad for sweets. So just think about that. What does my body want? If it's tired, it wants simple energy, which means like quick candy and stuff, okay? So sleep enough and then your cravings will be slightly more under control. Let's move on. Number 4, don't overcook or burn your food/meat. So when you overcook food in general, your especially your vegetables and stuff, you process it too much, and during heat loses its vitamins and sometimes even minerals. So the more you process or the more you heat up food, it's not very heat resistant, which means you're killing essential nutrients that you need for your health. So the higher the temperature, the less nutrients your food has, the less vitamins usually, but also minerals and other stuff. So be careful. Don't overheat. Don't overcook your food. So the longer it's boiling, the less vitamins it's going to have. The longer it's frying, the less vitamins it's going to have when you consume it. So try to process your food as little as possible. When it comes to burning your foods, especially meat, but also other foods, when you burn it, when it's like gets all crusty and black, you create free radicals, carcinogenic foods. Those free radicals have tendencies to cause diseases, especially diseases like cancer. So try to avoid overheating, overcooking, but especially burning your food. Honestly, if it's burnt and like a little black, I think it's healthier to just throw it out and start over, because that literally has direct correlation to cancer. So as little processing as possible. The less you process your food, the healthier it is. Let's move on. Number 6. Oh no, number 5. We missed number 5. Okay. You by the way, you can tell that I will not edit this. I don't have time for editing. You get me straight out. Whatever I have written down in my 10-point list, you get it without edit, without filter. So if I say something silly or sarcastic, just know it comes from the bottom of my heart and I'm just being honest, okay? So number 5. This is just my saying. This is how I call it. It's called the white powder poison. White powder poison. Here's what I mean. There's 3 elements to this that you should avoid at all times. Salt, sugar, white flour. Those 3 things you should avoid at all costs. Salt, sugar, white flour. So every time you look at your nutrition label, just make sure there's like single-digit sugar amount of calories or grams of sugar, single digits. If it's 2 digits in sugar in the ingredients list on your product, just ask yourself, why are there 2 digits on there? Is that food coming with sugar naturally? Is it added sugar? Why do I need that much? You should never have products with 2-digit sugars in there. And if you do, there has to be a good reason for that. It's that kind of food, or it's that kind of necessity for your body that day, the requirement from your body. But have a good reason for 2-digit sugar in your foods. Okay, so salt. Don't put a bunch of salt on your food. Try to avoid high sodium foods. Just compare how many nuts you can eat versus how many salted nuts you can eat, right? So sodium makes you eat much more and messes up your blood pressure and other things. So no sugar, no sodium, white flour, all that puffy bread that is not even real bread. It's just plastic looking bread items. So your bakery stuff that has white flour, your pasta, your white bread, all that white stuff, avoid it at all costs. It's always going to mess up your health and your gut health. And your weight loss journey is going to be so compromised. So no white powder poison. Go with whole grain, not even whole wheat. That's a wording trick. Whole grain stuff. So if you want flour, whole grain flour, not white flour. Okay. Let's move on. Number 6. Diet versus lifestyle. Always ask yourself, whatever, like I want to lose a bunch of pounds and I'm going to go on this crazy diet. What's going to happen after? Will I gain it right back, or will it stay down forever? So always ask yourself, is this a short-term diet, a gimmicky thing, or like a trick to fool my body? Or is this something I can do for the rest of my life? Every time the answer is not for the rest of your life, it's okay, but have an extremely good reason and understand that this is probably not the best thing for your body. Every time it's not a lifestyle journey, it's very challenging on your body. It's a lot of stress on your body because it's something drastic and quick, and it will not stay that way. You're going to feel bad. You're going to feel even worse coming out of that, whatever you do thing. So just remember that. Lifestyle versus diet. Diet, short-term solution versus lifestyle. I want to look good naked for the rest of my life, not for the next week or two, and it's probably not gonna even work, and then coming out of it I'm gonna gain even more weight, or something worse gonna happen, because my body's gonna be so afraid of what I just did to it short term that it's gonna try to gain even more stuff into me to survive the next stages. It doesn't know what I'm doing. My body thinks I'm crazy. I'm just putting all this stress on it short term, so it's just gonna try to hold on to more and eat more and compensate more to survive whatever you're doing to it. So go for the long-term solution, okay? Lifestyle is the key. Number 7, fruits versus vegetables. Or here's my simple rule. And that's a little drastic, it's a little extreme, I get it, but fruits versus vegetables. Fruit in the AM, vegetables in the PM. So many people say, when I ask them, or my clients, I ask them, hey, how's your nutrition? Oh, it's so good. I only had fruit today. Or I didn't eat the big meal at night, so I had just a watermelon at night. Or, well, watermelon's not a smart thing. You're going to pee all night, but I had fruit at night. Guys, understand, fruit has fructose, and fructose is just another form of sugar. It raises your insulin, you gain weight, I promise you. Fruit is very healthy. Yes, it has a lot of vitamins. It has fiber, which makes the insulin jump not as drastic, but it's still sugar. So you need sugar in the first part of your day to have energy for the day, but in the PM, or especially closer to bedtime, no fruit. You don't need sugar, which is energy, because you're getting ready for bed. You're not going to use it up, so it's going to get stored as excess fat later. So you're going to gain weight. Fruit, yeah, fruit is healthy in terms of vitamins and stuff, but fruit is still sugar. Remember that. So fruit in the AM when you need energy for the rest of your day, and the PM it's just vegetables, no more fruits. And yes, it sounds drastic, but if you think logically about it, it's common sense. No sugar at night. You're not going to use it up. In the PM altogether, okay? So fruit in the morning, fruit in the AM, vegetables in the PM. Because remember, fruit is healthy, but fruit is also sugar. Let's move on. Number 9, shop the perimeter. When you go to the grocery store, you shop outside the perimeter of the grocery store. That's where you have your fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, your meat, your fish. Sometimes you have like those fill-up baggies of nuts on the outsides, your grains, right? You have your water there. The inside is usually processed garbage poison. Everything that comes in a plastic bag that has like 3, 4, 5 years of shelf life, or all that processed stuff in the center of the aisles, like all those cereals and all the other stuff, it's usually in the center of the grocery store. Just try to stay away from it if you like yourself. I mean, if you hate yourself, go in there, but shop the perimeter. That's your healthiest bet. That's your real food. Everything inside is not real. It's just poison in a baggie, okay? So let's move on. And remember, I'm just a dude on the internet with an opinion. So I'm not a registered dietitian or nutritionist, okay? Number 10, last one, salad dressing. Ooh, that's a big one. If I would only have $1 every time I have this conversation with the client, I ask, how was your nutrition yesterday, today, this week? And yeah, I had a salad for lunch. Well, you actually can't lose weight, but you gained a few pounds. What's going on? You don't usually gain weight on a salad. What was your salad like? Oh, just chicken, lettuce, and like some cherry tomatoes, whatever it was. And then, okay, what kind of dressing you had on there? Oh, I don't remember. But what dressing? Did you even have dressing? Well, yeah, how am I supposed to eat the salad without dressing? You know what? Silently. Eat the salad without dressing. Dressing has either a ton of sugar or a ton of fat. And if you put all the dressing that came with the salad into the salad, you're going to end up having more calories in the dressing than inside the salad, or the salad itself, meaning the dressing is more calories than the salad. So, and it's usually liquid, so it's going into your body and going right into your bloodstream, kicking up that insulin, and then you gain weight, I promise, once again. So stay away from dressing. It's poison. There's easier options or healthier options. A little bit of olive oil, salt and vinegar, something like that. But all that other stuff that most people love more, I just stay away from it, please. Okay. 1 tablespoon is going to have usually like 100 calories or something like that, or even more. So just be smart, because dressing is all sugar and fat, and not the healthy kind of fat for the most part, okay? So the dressing in your salad, if you have dressing in your salad, most of the dressings are gonna say you had a really, really bad lunch. So just don't, okay? And I have number 11, a bonus for you. A bonus for you that I think is connected to diet, but also life in general. And the bonus is called stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself, because it's hard to lie to somebody else. If you're my client, you come in and say, I've been working out 4, 5, 6 times a week, but I still can't lose weight. How's your nutrition? Oh, it's good. No, it's not. You can't lie to me. I'm going to call you out on your BS. But it's so easy to lie to yourself. It's so easy to lie to yourself personally. And you're going to believe it because it's comfortable to believe in whatever you make your excuse up to be. So stop lying to yourself. If you're not losing weight, you're eating too much, period. There's too many calories. There's no way around it. You cannot fool the system. You get out what you put in, okay? So stop lying to yourself. If you can't lose weight, the simplest way to get yourself back on track and find your little lies that you believe yourself is track your nutrition. Write everything down. If you have a child and you lick the spoon after the child, whatever is like in the table, on the plate or on the spoon, you just lick it off. You have to write that down too. If you finish like 1 zip of like juice after your kid that was in the glass, you have to write that down. Every single thing you put in your mouth as far as calories, you write down, okay? And then you have a solution to your problem, and you can also call yourself out on your lies because it's black on white. You eat too much, you gain weight. You eat slightly less than your maintenance level, you lose weight. It's that simple. Stop lying to yourself. If you're not getting the results you want, it's your nutrition. It's not even your working out, it's your nutrition, okay? So working out makes you look sexy, makes you feel great, gives you energy, makes you athletic, gives you more willpower to eat better, yes. But everything else is nutrition, 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 okay? So stop lying to yourself and everything's gonna be great. I believe in you. I think every single person can achieve their goals, but stop lying to yourself. If you need help, ask me how, ask somebody else how. But let's stay accountable to ourselves, to other people. Crush your dreams, stay sore. Love you. See you in the next one.